Kick us
Okay.
off.
All right. Here is our team call for June 12th. It's June. Yes, it is June. And we have an exciting call tonight. We get to hear from two of our amazing SC10 stars this month, from Christy and from Cheryl. Rochelle was going to speak, but she had an unexpected event tonight, so she couldn't make it. But she was excited to share too, and she had SC12 this month, so that's amazing. And then we are going to talk about onboarding clients and getting them set up for success. After that, we are going to discuss the Shakeology group and then chop wood, carry water. So we have a lot of stuff going on. So we're gonna just move on through and get to all of it. All right, so first of all, congratulations to you guys. You totally rocked the month. You brought so much energy and momentum, and we can feel your journey from your posts, and you can feel the energy that you're bringing to the team as you guys are sharing your journey and you're onboarding people, and so it makes being on the team exciting, right? So we want to congratulate you, want to acknowledge you, and then we wanted to hear from you guys on your tips for how you did that, how you accomplished that, and yeah, just share us what you got. I think Cheryl wants to go first because she has to run. She's got some crazy stuff going on at work. So go for it.
So hi. So yeah, it was really exciting this last month. And I think
wait a second. I'm sorry. Can you also tell us how long you've been coaching for, really quick, and just give us just a little bit about, not too much, but give us a little bit.
My kids in the way. Yeah, so I've been coaching since last July, actually. I came back to Beachbody in May. When I say came back, it's because I did DVDs forever and ever ago. But I have really I've loved every bit of it, but it's been sometimes a struggle for me just to get into a good groove. I'll have a good month. It's only the second time I've hit Success Club, and the last time was at SC6. No, it's the third time. Sorry, third time. But I just have I felt inconsistent with what I was doing. So I think that the biggest thing that changed for me, and I talked with Kate about it because it was something I was struggling with, is just my approach. I felt like I was coming at it with my own, what I wanted to accomplish, what I needed. I was looking at it from a Success Club kind of or I want to make sure I help 3 people, or I'm not getting there yet. And that sort of thought process, rather than I just want to help people, and just come from that perspective. And it completely changed the way I was talking to people. I wasn't sending out invites that were just automatic. It was more, yes, you made a mess. It was more just that I really genuinely wanted to help this person. So it just flowed a lot differently. And I think that Fit Wars helped a lot because I actually went back to people that I had talked to in the past that I just knew were more competitive people, and that I brought that to it, and then talked to their family and hey, you should do that with her. And so that, I think just what we're doing every month and having excitement about that really helped, because that just really was amazing. And then the rest of the people that I signed up were it was the work of March. These are people that I've been talking to for months and continue just to follow up with, and all of a sudden it was just everyone was ready. So that's kind of what happened for me. But the first 3 people I signed up was for Fit Wars. So I think that was something that, I think we really just capitalizing on what we have going on for the right people was what I did. So yeah.
I love it. Can you just give us a quick idea of what your working your business looks like in a week? Because you've got 2 kids.
Yeah.
You work full time.
Yeah. So I work full time. I pretty much, when I work in pockets of time, so I have to really set that intention. I think, and I'll have to go back to doing those little power half hours, because that really is helpful for me. Just trying to put it in my calendar as an appointment, and this is what I'm doing right now. I take time in the morning, before I go to work. I pretty much, I work out, You know, I'm working, doing my energize, doing my workout, making my shake, doing my post as I'm getting ready, like, just kind of like doing that sort of thing. And a lot of time just in between work is when I work. So at night after my kids go to bed, that's my time. People are like, why are you inviting me to stuff at 10 o'clock at night? But that's kind of the time that I have. So it's really just finding those pockets of time and when I can do it. But it is more being intentional, because I think when I wasn't, I would really easily just start scrolling and not doing what I needed to do. And all of a sudden it's a half hour later and I've only invited one person and, got down the rabbit hole of social media. So I think just creating that focus, like, this is my job right now. This is all I'm going to do, that's helped.
Awesome. Well, you rocked it. So great job.
Thank you.
All right, Christy, you are up. Let us know a little bit about you and your journey before, and then let us know how you did it.
All right. So I joined Beachbody. It was about 2 years in April. Tasha was giving her a hard time, like asking me. I finally was like, no, will you stop asking me? I don't want to do this. Finally, I said, okay, yeah, I'm going to give this a try. And like slowly like dipped my foot in it, right? And was just not, okay, I can figure this out. And I think my first real, like when I jumped in, as we did like final 90, that was huge for me. And then we did first 90, and then we did gut protocol. And then I started going, maybe I want to do this with everybody else. Like maybe I want to start coaching. So I started coaching in January. And I'm going to say my story is kind of the same as like Cheryl's. Like, a lot of these people that I signed have been talking to for a very long time, and some just were not answering me ever. And I would see that they read what I said, but they wouldn't answer me. And finally, they would answer me and say, okay, yes, I'm ready now, right? I think one of the biggest things for me, and someone recommended this book, it was called Go for No. And I listened to that, read that, and it changed my mindset of like, I always felt like I was bugging somebody, or I was bothering them or inconveniencing them. And then with that book, and then actually we've talked about it, you guys have talked about a couple team calls of, I'm just sharing something that I think will help you, and I'm not bugging you, right? Like I'm not getting in your way. And that opened my eyes a little bit as to like, I always thought I was inconveniencing somebody, and that's truly not the case, right? So that really helped me, and just really what Cheryl's saying too, actually like putting myself first and doing what I want to do with this first, right? Like doing my workout, doing my shake, reading my personal development, doing that early in the morning before I go to work. Then on my lunch hour, listening to all those like national wake up calls have been super motivating. I don't, during the school year, don't get on here too much, and then listen to these calls like the day after, and scheduling that time in my day too has been super helpful. But yeah, just watching everybody else, what they're doing, and just trying to show up best that I can for me too. So I also have 2 kiddos. I'm a teacher. So this was my first day of summer break. Yes, super excited. My kids were like, are we going back to daycare or something? This is not enough. Like, I know I'm not that entertaining, but so I'm super excited to like really hammer down these next couple months where I do have more time, like during the day, and really get into it. I'm doing job 1, and I'm doing bike 1 too on my new bike, which is a whole new level, I feel like, of challenge for me. Like my legs felt like jello today after I was done, but I loved it. I'm still trying to fit in some of my lift more workouts too, but I'm not trying to push myself too hard, but it's gonna be good. I'm excited about it.
That's amazing. I love it. Thank you for sharing. And I love what you said about how like people responded to you that just ghosted you, because that's so true. So someone's there and they're reading it and just not responding, and lots of times when they're ready, they will.
Mm-hmm.
So that's powerful. And you didn't give up on those people. If you hadn't continued to invite, then they wouldn't have joined you and changed their lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome.
Good job, sis.
You too, girl.
Love it. All right, hold on.
I don't know if she's having a child problem or or a dog problem. Child or dog?
Dog, we are babysitting all these dogs.
Oh, you have them at your house.
No. He was doing a job and then he was giving me the recap from it. We have a job. Someone's in Ireland and they have a dog and 4 cats. And so we have to go there 3 times a day. It's like a 12-year-old dog, it's a really old dog, and these 4 cats. One of them's like, you have to hand feed. It's like ridiculous.
Oh, wow. Lindsay should
It's a
have
really
that
high
job.
demand
Lindsay,
job.
Lindsay should be taking care of those.
Yes, I thought about you, Lindsay. As I was cleaning the dog's piss this morning, I thought about you.
Welcome to my life. Here, let me just take
And
it out.
geriatric dogs. So, all right. So now we're going to talk
I'm
about.
sorry, can I just interrupt really quick? I have to jump off. I just wanted to say thank you so much. And you guys have a good night. I'll listen to the rest of this later.
All right, love you.
Love you,
Thanks,
thanks.
Cheryl.
You should do a
Bye.
picture with Sherilyn. Do a picture.
Oh
with
yeah, let's do a
Oh,
quick
yeah.
picture. Who wants to do it? You want to do it?
A boomy?
Show us your faces.
A boomy?
Are you booming it?
I'm gonna boom it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sweet. Awesome. I got it.
All right. So
Thanks, guys.
now-
Hi, Cheryl.
Bye, Cheryl.
all right. So the next thing we're going to talk about is just setting your clients up with success. One thing that I can share with you is that I probably have 1 to 2 referrals a month, and I really feel that that is because I set my clients up right and I'm like really in it with them. And so I feel like once somebody signs up with you, you are their tour guide on what this body journey is. And so it's our job to show them around. It's like when you have a soccer coach and you're playing soccer and someone doesn't know how to play, you don't just send them out into the field, you give them all the directions and you tell them the rules and you show them how it works. So that's our job, is to really give them all the goods so that they can be successful on this journey. Granted, everybody goes at different paces. Some people will do the nutrition and the workouts and the mindset stuff all at once. And some people will just start with the workouts, but giving them everything at the beginning so that they know what's there, and then saying, hey, we're going to go at your pace, but I want to at least set you up with all the right tools. Well, at least they will know where they're at. And then when they're ready to dive into nutrition, once they get the workout thing in, or maybe they're doing vice versa, they're ready to go and they know what's available to them. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what's available on boards. So if you haven't gotten boards, please get boards. You got to do it for your business because it's amazing. And it's really not, I am not a techie person at all. It is not a techie thing. It's not very hard. Even Lindsay did it too today. She did a board today. And so everyone, and Lindsay was saying that she has a hard time with technology too. So, and she did it. So we can do it. We can do hard things. Amanda, can you give me sharing permission? Because I'm just going to share the board on setting clients up right with you guys. Because this has been, I used to keep this in the notes of my phone and now it's on the boards and it makes things so much easier. All right. Is it in?
It should be good.
Yeah. All right. So. Okay. Can you guys see it? All right. So here's the Wellness Connection board. Just so you guys know, a lot of the things that you ask for is in Coach Tools. Just going to go through this really quick, like setting up direct deposit, how to order the bike, entering the promo code, how to modify an order, link generator. A lot of questions are in this how-to Coach Tools, just so you guys know. Over here is the consult that I use, and then over here is new client setup steps. Okay, and it's really like straightforward. Like the first message is after they have put their order through, you're basically gonna tell them they showed up on your list and you're gonna send them an invite to the groups. I do it piece by piece, and I do it piece by piece because I feel like if you give everybody all the stuff at once, either they don't do it or they get overwhelmed by everything and then they just bail out. So I do have them do it piece by piece. So I send them this, get them in the groups, and I say, check back with me once you do that. Sometimes people do it right away. Sometimes it takes them like 2 or 3 days to do that, and I have to follow up with them the next day. But I just go through the process. Then message 2 is, I approved you in, time to start crushing goals. Go in and add your profile pic. And here is the body tutorial. So this is the new tutorial that we've been waiting for on how to navigate body. It's where the nutrition is, where the workouts are, what a body block is. It explains everything. So it's really important that they watch this video. So this is that next step. Once they do this, then they can come back and we'll go to the next step, which is nutrition. So this is the hardest. We know that you cannot outrun your fork. 80% of our weight loss goals, which is a lot of people are looking for, come to us on this journey for that. And it's all going to be in their nutrition. And they get access to these programs. Sometimes they're going to use it. Sometimes they're not. But you just at least want to guide them to it. So here is the nutrition board. If you don't have a sense of what they want, the nutrition quiz is here and they can answer these questions and they can find out if what's better for them, Portion Fix or Tubi. Once they come back with that, then you can give them all the Portion Fix resources. So here is a Google Drive that has a ton of resources for Portion Fix, like documents where they can track all their stuff. And then here is a Tubi one. And sorry, I missed the first message is this one, which is picking your nutrition program. So they're going to pick it. You're going to give them the resources for it. Then they're going to come back to you. After that, it can be workouts, unless you're specifically like signing them up or you already know, hey, I want them to do the beginner's block. Like I signed up someone today and she right away, I know she needs to do beginners because of what she's going through. So we have her starting that right off the bat, or they're doing job 1 or whatever with you. But otherwise, you're going to send them to figure out their workout program. Okay. Job 1 is one that I've always recommended. Now we have super blocks. So a lot of it's changed. You're going to want to urge people to do the super blocks because those are 3 weeks. And I think you want to do the super blocks because people can stomach 5 days a week for 3 weeks, right? So like a job 1 super block would be perfect for someone to start their journey with. So probably when I sign someone up with the challenge pack or a total solution pack, I'm going old school there with challenge pack, I'm going to sign them up with whatever is coming out and then the job 1 because so they have access to it, because a lot of people will do job 1 and have success with it because it's only 20 minutes a day. So you get to pick 2 super blocks when someone gets a total solution pack. So job 1 will be one of them. That's what I'll be doing. But of course you can give them the option or however you want to do it. So message 5 is resources. And this is a really good one. The first thing is that telling them about our virtual gym so that they know that we have one. Do they want to be on that? The next is like meal plans. I made these meal plans, you guys. It's 4 weeks of meal plans done for them with grocery lists and everything. Like I use these for free groups and then I just give them right off the bat to them. It's what I posted in Fit Wars. And then there's this recipe collection that my mentor and I did from before that's literally hundreds and hundreds of recipes. So give that to them. I have them pick out a book that they want to read or listen to. And then we talk about the fitness program again. I don't know why it's in there. I have to revamp that, I think. And then the last message is just, we're going to do this. What else? Oh, and then to let me know when they get their shakes. So that's really important. If they got Shakeology, you really want them to let you know when they get their order. As soon as they get it, you want to send them a resource for Shakeology, because a lot of people won't even open the bag. A lot of people don't even open the bag. I know that's crazy, but it's true. So you want to check in with them and say, hey, when are you having your first shake? How are you going to fix it up? I do have it. It's not in here. Let me see if it's under Shakeology in here. I think it is. Find it. And sometimes it's hard to find things in here, I'm not gonna lie. There is a Shakeology video in here somewhere. I have to look for it now. I can't find it. I think it might be on my regular. I don't know if it's in there actually. Maybe I'll put it in there, but I always send them a video that I made of how to mix your shake. And it's a YouTube video that I made, and I talk about what's in it and why it's so important to mix it and blend it and make it taste good, because it has so many great ingredients. But if you just shake it up, you probably won't like it. And I talk about that in a really matter-of-fact way so that people understand exactly what it is that they're getting. And so you want to, oh, here it is, Shakeology video. So I'm going to put this in boards in the new client setup because I didn't know it wasn't there. And so this is a shake video, and yeah, like that. So that's how I set them up. So then I know they have all the tools. So later on, when I'm checking in with them and they're complaining that they're not losing weight or this and that, I can say, okay, so you had picked 2B Mindset. Are you following the Plate It method? Where is it that we're having a disconnect? And I feel that that makes a big difference. The other thing when you set clients up is you want to make sure that you're doing weekly check-ins with them. I did over 100 check-ins today with people. I sent in check-ins to every single person, and some people respond, some people don't. Some people respond that I haven't talked to in a long time. If they don't respond to me in a month, then I take them off my list, and then I just add them to my every once in a while check-in. But I have a lot of people that I am voice messaging back and forth where I'm helping them work through things, right? Like, oh, listen to this podcast, or have you tried this or that? And so for my check-ins, I have a Google document, and I literally have the person's name, what nutrition program they're doing, and what workout program they're doing. And so then I know, and that's it. And I just go through the list, and the people who are active, I highlight it. That's it. And so I send the same message out to everybody, and I usually share my check-in with you guys every week. Sometimes I'll even do a video check-in where I'm just like, hey, how's it going? And I'll just send the same video to every single person. And that to me makes a really big difference, because then I know what's going on for them, right? Like I can say, oh my gosh, so are you feeling better this week? You know, what's your focus going to be now? So that makes a difference. So checking in every week. And then also my Fit Family group. So I do have a pod, which I think I told you guys about this, but once you start getting clients, you want to put them all into a pod that's called Your Name's Fit Family. So mine's called Kids Fit Family. Amanda has one too. And have everybody in there, whether they're doing programs, people will fall off. They just do, right? That's just life. But lots of times they'll stay in that pod. And when you throw in a 3-day refresh or this Shakeology group that we're about to do, I'm going to post it in the pod. Some people are going to be interested and want to join. I had a girl join me for Fit Wars in the last 3 super blocks that hadn't done anything in a year just because I posted it in the pod. And now she's gone again, but maybe she'll come in for next thing. So you just never know who's going to be interested in what. So I throw them all into that Fit Family group, and then I have like a connection with them. And so that is how I onboard clients and continue to like maintain that contact. And just remember this, you just want them to be engaged in something that you're doing, whether it's the virtual gym or it's your group, or it's a personal development pod that you have, whatever it is, you just want to have a connection with them in some way so that you're impacting them on their journey in one way or another. It doesn't have to be all the things, right? So, yep, those are my tips on onboarding clients. Anyone have any questions? Yes, Lindsay, I check in like once a month. If they haven't checked in with me in a while, sometimes I'll just leave a voice message and I'll say, hey, sounds like you got a lot going on. You know, I'm always here for you. Whenever you want to jump back in, I'm here. And then if there's a new program coming out, so I'd still keep them on my list. And when there's a new program coming out, then I'll approach them and I'll send the personal message too, because they're still getting the stuff. If you send out stuff to your back office, like all your clients, they're getting that. But some people, that goes to their spam and they might not see it. So I still send those out, but then I also have a spreadsheet where it's a spreadsheet. Sorry, I just saw that. Where I'm sending out those messages. So you hope that people don't fall through, but then you see someone's renewing for body that you haven't talked to in 2 years. So it happens. I don't have a group that I do prep week on anymore. I stopped doing that because Jackie, my sponsor coach, had a website that she was sending people to. So we started doing that. But I found when I sent people there, it wasn't just sometimes people wouldn't do it. Right. And so they'd be like, yeah, I'm set to go. But then they wouldn't even know, like, they wouldn't know basic stuff. So I just started like walking people through the steps. And Boards has made it so easy so that now I know I can just go back and be like, oh, okay, here's the next step and here's the next step. And usually everybody makes it through. So my Fit family, I check in maybe once a week. It's just if I only communicate, I don't use it as like, I don't spam it. So I just use it to send like what's going on. So like, I'm going to send the Shakeology group that we're having this week. I think last week I might have shared like the Chop Wood Carry Water. I don't know why that's so hard to remember sometimes. Chop Wood Carry Water group. And then the Super Block groups. So I'm in there, like the bike I shared a couple times and I got like 3 bikes sold from that Fit Family Pod. It wasn't from my team page. So
I have a question. I find I have a lot of success doing a 15-minute onboarding call, but it's usually I have them look at the email I sent, they watch the body thing, they kind of gets them picking some stuff out. We jump on a 15-minute call. I'm able to show them exactly what groups this is what the Facebook group looks like. This is what the body looks like. You can decide what serves you. This is where the meal plans are. And that 15-minute call really helps. And I feel like it takes away so much of the back and forth. Do you ever do that? Or do you like just this system?
I've done, it just depends. Like sometimes I even talk to prospective clients on the phone. So it just depends on the person and on the timing. I find usually a 15-minute call isn't a 15-minute call. So sometimes, you know, it because people like
Only time I stick to it.
Yeah, no, I believe that. And so sometimes it just depends on the person. If they're having a hard time, I might be like, hey, do you want to just jump on a call and I can kind of outline everything. So it's really whatever you want to do. If you can get on a call, I think that's obviously the best choice is always one-on-one with somebody, but that's just not always feasible. And it's not for me all the time. So
definitely not for me. So I like this. And I like the idea of sending, like I do voice messages, but the video message just to solidify like more of a connection is a good idea. Would you say that you connect with them like after they purchase almost every day for the first week and then every other day in the second week and then weekly? Or do you?
Yeah, it depends how fast they are. Like some people are like, you can tell how fast they do everything with how their journey is going to go too. Because if someone is super, super like, I'm ready, I'm doing this, they're just doing all the things. And sometimes they do it all in one day. And then sometimes it'll drag somebody out 2 or 3 weeks and okay, this person they get overwhelmed with life. They're going to take a little bit and that's okay too. Right. But you just know you go at their pace. So they're on my list regardless. So I do have like a hot list of like who I've just onboarded. So I'll check in with them. Did you do this with just up, with, the finger pointing up? And if they haven't, then I'll, have them do it. Right. And then you just keep going through. But, yeah. And then after that, it's just once a week. Just the connect.
And so that image that you send with us, you send individually to everybody, not just in your Fit Fam.
I send it individually to everybody.
Yeah.
It does take it takes straight sending for like 20 or 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It does. That's why when people don't respond for like 2 or 3 weeks, I'll send them a voice message. If they don't respond after that, then they'll move to not my active list. And then I'll just check in with them before the next group saying, hey, we didn't connect. Do you want to get going for this next? And sometimes that message is what gets them to, oh, well, I need Shakeology and I'm going to go all in. Right. So then that's kind of almost like a follow-up message with your own clients to re-onboard them. So I think I get a lot of those too. But yeah, it's just keeping the connection alive, right? So
Yeah, I'm like trying to find a better system for myself because I will tell you, like, tracking anything switches for me. I'm good with pen and paper, and then I don't want pen and paper because it's not with me all the time. So then I find a system on my phone, but then I don't work very well from my phone. I get distracted. So then I find a system on my computer, but then I'm not by the computer. And so I'm trying to find like just a better system of like feeling organized in that area. And I don't know why I never really thought of like, I have a list of people I check in with for coaches and clients, but I like that you have like the hot list, how you said, which are like you're recently onboarded. So you're going to be messaging, like checking in with them maybe daily for a while and then whatever, kind of go at the pace, right? And then then you have like the active. So you message them. If they don't respond for a month, you unhighlight them. So then they're considered inactive and you just contact them in your Fit Fam. Unless there's another group coming up, you'll reach out to your inactive and be like, this is what's new and going on. But your active people are weekly. Your hot list is a little bit more based on that. That's a good, I like the system. I like it.
And so I do my check-ins every single Monday, and I don't eat breakfast until I do all my check-ins. That's my rule for myself. So I'm usually drinking black coffee and just sending out my things so that I can eat breakfast. You guys know I love my breakfast, but but no, I do it every Monday. Like that's the first thing I do on my list because I just want it. Like they say, the thing that you don't want to do. Not that I don't want to do it, but because actually I find a lot of joy when people do come back to me and they have problems and I'm able to help them with their problems. There's so much joy in that, right? And that's the joy of the business because you're helping them through something that they need help with. So I find that that's the best part is when they come back with their, oh, this is what I'm going all in on this week, or this is where I'm feeling stopped. And then you can actually help them through that. Okay, anyone else have any other questions?
I have a question, but I think it's going to be similar. Are you doing onboarding for coaches tonight or no?
I was, but maybe we should do a different call for that.
Yeah, that's fine. So my question, and I'm sure that the answer is yes, but just to say it, since we're kind of on this, you have this type of list for your customers. Is that the kind of list you have for your coaches too? Your hot lists that are just recently onboarded, you're checking on and holding their hands a little bit more. The active coaches that are working that you're going to maybe, like I do coach check-ins on Tuesdays, customers Mondays, coach check-ins Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And then Wednesdays, when I check the office, if anyone needs to know anything, I'm letting them know. Recognition is Thursdays. So I kind of have that. So do you do the same type of list with your coaches or your partners and preferred customers as well?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have that many coaches. I don't have as many as you, but I do have my list, and that's all I'll go through. And it just, I have active and not active.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
And we have stuff going on. Yeah, same thing.
I like it. Thanks, Kate.
You're welcome. Yeah. And anyone have any other questions? Are we good to go? Okay. And then, we're always here if you feel like you don't know what to do when someone's not responding, or you don't know how to help somebody or whatever, like please post in the pod so that we can share with you what's worked for us, because we all have different ways of doing things. And my way might not be your way, right? Like we used to do like a self-navigating prep party group where we would put people in and they would navigate it. And that worked for a while too. And sometimes you have to change it up. So. All right. And now we are going to talk about the Shakeology group. Yay.
Okay, wakey, wakey, shaky, shaky. So we have our product of the month I was I was on it this month. I did a live and I posted next month's already. Are you proud of me, Amanda? So product of the month, we have it for the whole year. And essentially, so you guys remember that rinse, lather, repeat that we have, where in the first week of the month, we are still onboarding for enrollment for our boot camp, or however you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, of the month, right? Our body block, our 3-week challenge, whatever it is that you're calling it, our wellness connection for the month. That first week, we're still focusing on that. So the second week of every month, this is just a reminder, I'm sure you guys know that, is the product of the month. The third week of the month, we are focused on partner enrollments. And the fourth week, we are opening up enrollment for the next month. So you have 2 solid weeks essentially enrolling for each boot camp, accountability group, whatever you're calling it. And then the whole idea of this is that Holly Hillier rolled it out in the beginning of the year. For those of you that didn't see it live, that she said with the body blocks, this format essentially allows us to hit Success Club every single week. You can hit Success Club every single week of the month, or obviously one person a week in this way, and you can hit Success Club is kind of how she was rolling it out. So with the products of the month, they also gave the suggestion of possibly doing a free group the last week of the month with it. So with Energize and certain things, we didn't really find that that was something that we felt like was necessary. But with the Shakeology, this is one that you can really get a lot of people back on Shakeology with, a lot of people trying the Shakeology, trying the workouts, and we can really maximize to get the Success Club points, to get people getting their shakes again. This volume is a higher volume. So you can hit Success Club, and the how you can hit Success Club in the product of the week. The product of the month week is typically in volume with people ordering, and with that volume Success Club point that you can get. So with this, you have the opportunity to do that with the volume from Shakeology, as well as the fact that if they order Shakeology on Home Direct, then you get 2 points, or if you can upgrade them to a total solution pack, you also get the 2 points. So I did talk a little bit about that on the live. I don't know if you guys watched the live, but it's really easy for me to upgrade someone who wants to just try Shakeology and even asks about a sampler. It is so easy for me to upgrade them to a full bag and then to a total solution pack. Like, I never settle on people buying samplers. And I'll tell you why here in just a second. Only because it's a waste of money. They're going to love it. They're going to want the bag. Most of the time they don't want to waste money. So they want to buy the sampler so they don't waste money if they don't like it, but they're going to like it because I'm going to help them like it. And so in the end, it just makes sense for them to get the bag. They're saving money in the end. It's a 30-day money back guarantee, and they might as well get it on Home Direct, because then they get the discounted shipping, where they don't get the discounted shipping if they get the one-time order. There you go, 2 points, full bag of Shakeology, right? By the way, for only X amount more, you can get our fitness, our mindset, our nutrition programs, and I have a $30 or $20 off promo code that you can use. So the bang for the buck is amazing here, all with a money back guarantee. You get in the group, you'll have the superfood slim down excitement. I'll help you through. And after that, as you're loving it and getting results, you can roll right into our July body block boot camp as well. So it might feel kind of weird upgrading at first. Upgrading, because being in the hair industry for so long and with retail, you guys, upgrading is nothing more than educating people on the fact that this is the best bang for the buck. Like, it doesn't make sense to go any other direction. So often we don't want to upgrade people because we don't want to ask. We want it to be okay that they're buying that $25 sampler pack, which at the end, someone might just want that. And that's perfectly okay. But our job, and I find that my job, is to help people live healthy, fulfilling lives and also have healthy, fulfilling wallets. And they want to save money. And if I know they want to save money, then in all honesty, it would benefit me to let them buy the sampler and then to come back and buy a full bag of Shakeology. That would benefit me. But I want it to be benefiting to them. It'll benefit me in other ways with the Success Club points. They're going to be here more long-term. And so it's just educating people on the best bang for their buck and going for the high fruit in the tree. Once I get offer that, they can easily say, you know what? No, I still just want to do the sampler. I'm going to say, awesome. You're going to love it just as much. I can't wait. I'll get you set up. Are we going with the vegan or the whey? Let me get your email, your first and last name. I'm going to send this link to you. Let me know when you're done. And we move from there, right? But these conversations are all about being excited about helping people to upgrade. So with the group, we are running, we're calling it once again, Superfoods Summer Slim Down. So we haven't found a template yet to decide if it's a 5 or 7 day group. I've just been saying it's 1 week, because even if it's just a 5-day template, the weekend is an important part where we need to help people continue moving on and transitioning out of that 5 days. How do you carry what you've learned now and continue moving into real life and transitioning them in, right? So I just kind of thought we'll get a template for sure, but what the idea will be is we'll have a meal plan for them. They will get a week of Shakeology. So the final order date, this will start on June 26th. So the final order date will be June 18th. That's 7 days, but 5 business days before we start. Therefore, they should get it in time if they order by Sunday the 18th. If for some reason somebody doesn't have it and it's Sunday and they're like, I wanted to start and now I won't have it, it's not the end of the world, because they can start on Tuesday or Wednesday. Like, we will continue what's happened in the past, and I'll just be honest with like Clean Week or 3-day refresh, is I end up running it for 2 weeks for people whose orders did get backed up. So if that happens, people's order get backed up, they want to start on Monday, then we'll figure that out. But right now, final order date's the 18th and the start date is the 26th. So what it'll be is they'll have the meal plan in there. There will be a post every day. We'll have 3 challenges. This is just like my brainstorm. So if you guys have different ideas, let me know. But this is what I was thinking would be really good. Let me open it up. So we'd have 3 challenges, and the challenges being things that help people to, this is where you can identify people who would be really good in being a partner or an ambassador. So the 3 challenges would be that, like, one on Tuesday, post the recipe that you use today to make your superfoods dessert, right? So that would be the number 1. The second one on Thursday would be share to social media and tag your partner what you've been doing this week and how you're feeling so far, whether it's a story or a post, something like that. And then the third challenge, which obviously this would all be for a prize, the third challenge would be to share a testimonial, either typed out as a post or a story or just in the group, but giving your partner permission to use that testimonial. Doesn't have to have a picture or name. It can be anonymous, to share in their stories and on their social media about what people experienced in the group. Then we would have lives. So one live would be on meal planning, and then also meal planning around families. This is one that so many people struggle with. I have kids and they don't eat what I eat, but it's so hard for people to realize, like, if you're making chicken and this for the kids because that's what they like, you really just have to double the protein so that you have some, or maybe make if they like chicken tenders, you make yours grilled and then add a veggie. Like, it's not making a whole, like, we have this whole idea in America that we have to make 2 separate completely meals. I have very picky kids. I make meals that I know they'll eat and then add more of what I want into it. And so kind of helping people to see how they don't have to be separate. A lot of people are held back by thinking they need to be separate from the way their families eat to be able to be successful. And you don't. You just have to figure out how to weave them in a little bit, right? And everybody still gets what they want. Meal prepping would be a great one. I will not be doing that live. I'm going to step back and ask for somebody, Kate, to fill those shoes, because I don't meal prep, or Amanda's good at that too. I'm not a meal prepper. I'm home 24/7, so I prep as I go. That's just what works for me. And then the last one I was going to say was just a general nutrition live. I think helping people understand the 2 types of programs we have, and just like a sneak peek into what body past this group looks like. So something simple, and like there's the challenges, there's the few lives, they'll get the free workouts as well, unless they get a TSP, so they already have body. And then this would be a really good way, no matter how people enter, to move, like I said, and transition people into July, into that next body block, or even into the next program. Does anyone have any questions on that, on anything I just said?
It's a group, right? Not a pod.
It's a group. The pod, won't suffice for this, I don't think. So it would definitely be a group. We could, since the Wellness Connection has posts going already, I don't think it would we could probably run it as an event inside of the Wellness Connection.
I've never done a group like an event. Is that easy to do?
Like, because when we host an event inside the UCC, then there's a whole new discussion page in there, and you can go live in there. It's like just another piece inside of there. So we could get people in the Wellness Connection, but in that event. I'll look into if that makes sense. And if it doesn't, then we'll just have them in a separate group, and I'll get that up and share it. And then when it's done, we will transition them into the Wellness Connection. I think it would be really powerful to maybe like have Sunday be like a share Sunday, where a handful of coaches that are comfortable, like from being here for a while to being here for a couple months and a week, whatever, come in and just like share, like Christy and Cheryl shared today, but really short, their Shakeology or their like community story. Like it would be powerful to just like, thank you for coming. We just want to share this inspiration with you, people that started exactly where you are and love the community, to show you like, you can keep going and whatever. It might be like kind of powerful to do that too. So I'm open to brainstorming, and like, if you have an idea, or if you're like, I want to be a part of that and like do a video or whatever, just let me know. Yeah.
I found a really old script that at least we could start with, and I'm gonna look in Mompreneur too. But it was like probably like 2014 or 15, like 21 Day Fix. But it has like a ton of Shakeology testimonials and a bunch of stuff. So it could be a good starting place, at least for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, this is a really good way to re-engage any of your people. You should offer it out to all of your clients, everybody, so that they go all in on drinking Shakeology for 7 days. Because one thing that I found out after doing these shake parties is lots of times people only drink their shake if they're working out. They have it completely connected. So if they don't work out and they fall off with workouts, then they don't drink their shake at all. And so like talking about how it's a nutrition shake, it has nothing to do with your workouts, and the consistency of it, and then having your clients like go all in for 7 days with you on on the whole program, really.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't know that, Shakeology does have that dense nutrition that fills those gaps that lead for us having energy dips and dips in our immune system and things like that. But it takes 5 consecutive days for it. Like after 5 consecutive days is when you're actually nutritionally dense, and you're actually like feeling fulfilled, and you start feeling the difference. So people who just have Shakeology 2 days, skip it a day, have it a day, skip it a day, have it 3 days, skip it a day, they might feel some of the effects, but they're not feeling the full potential. It's that 5 consecutive days and you keep going. It's that, like, you wouldn't put gas in your car sometimes, and then the other times, whatever. That's kind of what, like, the analogy I'm thinking of. But yeah, I like that. And then they can see like how they feel the difference with that 7 days.
Oh, you guys, so I did that college friend group, and my best friend, who I've been coaching for almost 7 years, just tried Shakeology because of Fit Wars. And she freaking loves it. I've been telling her to drink Shakeology for years. And she like loves it. And she's like, I feel the best I've ever felt. And so we've been drinking it for so long that maybe you just don't even realize it anymore, you know? So it's exciting. So don't give up, by the way, on your friends.
Mhm.
Just real quick, I was looking at the post ideas. We are starting the 26th, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
in the post idea, it says June 16th.
Oh yeah, that's just me. That's just me.
Oh, I didn't.
No,
that
I
you're
mean,
doing-
like, that's just me. Like, everyone should always proofread what I do. 1000% always.
I was just making sure, like you said, just me, like, oh, you're starting the 16th. Okay, well.
Thank you. Yes, no, you are correct. It is the 26th, and thank you for being my proofreader.
Well,
The
I'm
board-
horrible. I'm horrible. So don't rely on that. I was just like getting ready to like post and like, cause I took a picture of my mug cake. So I was like, I'm ready.
Ooh. Oh,
Okay,
that's a
I
good one. Like, do a
updated
reel on a mug cake, you guys, and how you make your shake and stuff. That'd be a good challenge for everyone to do this week.
So that would be something too that I'll tell you right now, just to tell you guys, and then we can move on from this. I always plan when there's a launch like this and it's a week, I always kind of plan out like how I'm going to do it with marketing. So today was a post and in the stories. Tomorrow I am going to do a live in like wherever I feel like. I was going to do a live in the Wellness Connection, but I don't know if someone's doing a live in there this week and it might be too much. I don't think it's too much. I just feel like we could go live in there organically whenever, right?
Mhm. Yeah. It's
So, but
cake
it's
this week,
important,
but
it's short and sweet, that it's just like, this is, or, you know, like updating the people that are already at our table about the product of the week. You know, but so what I would like to do, I thought it'd be cool to do like a team reel on Wednesday or Thursday with the shakes, like we did with the Energize. I don't know if you guys have an idea for that. Otherwise, maybe just a reel of how you make it would be better. So we're not just doing the same thing that we did with the Energize, or, you know, maybe, so we can think about that. But so, I did my stories, an email today, and a post. So I kind of like everywhere show up on Monday. And then, so tomorrow I'll do a live real quick in the group. Wednesday, I will do a reel. And then Thursday, I will do a story again. And when I do the reel, obviously I share it to my stories. So it's getting, you know, I'm sharing it other places. And then on Friday, I'll do another post. And then on Saturday, I will be everywhere once again, because Sunday's the final day. So a post, a story, and a reel. So that's like when I'm like, that's how in that week, I will just break down, like, how can I be everywhere Monday, one thing, and kind of spread it out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then everywhere again Saturday. And then Sunday will be your, final call post. How do you share your reel in your stories? So after you do a reel, you can just click on the little arrow and then hit stories, and it'll share into your stories.
It will only show 15 seconds of your reel, so you can put in there like new reel so people know, or it's 15 seconds
Yes.
and they see the whole thing.
And then when you do the reel, you can also tag a bunch of coaches, and coaches can share your reel in their stories as well. And you can, you know, so you're giving more exposures through that. But really, like, the more when there's something like this, people get excited about the sense of urgency and about how much in different ways it's in their face. Right? Like, that's what breaks it down. It's not just a post. Now they're seeing it in a reel. Now they're seeing it in your stories. Now they're seeing someone else posted about it. You know, now they're seeing how you're making it or whatever. And then it's a final call. And that's kind of the way that it can you can show up in different areas, not feel like you're like, excuse me for saying this term, I don't even like it, or this phrase, but like, you're not beating a dead horse. You're not just making a post every other day about it. Like, social media gives us so many ways to be creative and share a message. So really utilizing that.
I have a question. So say someone says, yes, I want to sign up and do this. Are you going to share a cart, or, I mean, how are you I know you were talking about educating them to upgrade them. Are you going to first like share a cart with just Shakeology, or are you going to say we can go one or two ways? How are you going to do that?
So typically if somebody, they're probably going to ask for more details first, right? So I'll give them all the details, ask them if they want to see a video on Shakeology, which I shared the one that I usually use in the team page. And then after they say, okay, yes, I want to do this, then I always just say, great, there's a couple different ways you can join. And I then say the best way for you would be to pick a bag. You get this for 30 days, or I would probably actually not start with that. I'll tell you again. I would say that, okay, so there's a couple different ways that you can join. Number one, you could get the sampler pack, but this isn't the way that I would recommend. Kind of how we do the whole, you can enroll for $39. But this isn't really what I would recommend. Like, this is the better thing. So give them all their options. So there's a few ways you can enjoy, or you can join. You can enroll with the sampler pack, but this isn't the way I recommend. That I would recommend enrolling with the bag, where you can get the discounted shipping. It also has a bottom of the bag guarantee. And you are able to continue your results after this week. If that's the route that you're interested in, I also happen to have a promo code for something that would include some nutrition programs and workouts as well. Are you into fitness also?
Can you type that out? That's a lot.
I can.
I just tried, I was gonna do it as you were talking, but it won't let me add to your board.
What?
Yes.
Come on now. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. I'll put it in the board. Because that's a good, so I just am really excited. Like, yes, absolutely. Here's the details. Here's a video on it a little bit more. They're going to want the details. They watch the video, they come back, they say, yes, they want to. If they don't come back, or I have to follow up, I always am asking, what did you like best about the video? And on a scale of 1 to 10, so I use the same things on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you're interested, 10 being you're not. What number are you and why? You know, just let me know. There's no pressure, but the final order date is Sunday. Like, I really speak about sense of urgency quite often, and which just helps people to not get distracted by the other things in life, right? So then the next thing is like, great, there's a couple different ways that you can join, and I will type this all out in the boards right now. And then you guys have it. What would you like me to title that?
Just put like options, ordering options.
Okay.
So, and she did put a script in when they say yes. I saw that, like,
Mhm.
or what it is about or whatever. So that would be next if people are interested.
Did I?
No,
You did. There was
you just have
invite. I'm sorry, invite. I hope
Yeah.
I just want to shoot you a message to see if you'd be interested. Okay, so then they say yes. So then what do you say? You say, okay, awesome, and then you're gonna tell them what it is,
ordering
right?
options. Yeah.
You're not gonna say ordering options. Actually, you're gonna first say, okay, this is what we have to offer. So
How about response to more details?
yeah. Or when they say yes, and then after that, then they're like, oh, okay, well, then what? Then it's gonna be ordering options, right?
Yes.
I don't know, or however you're gonna do it.
Okay, I'll update that all right now. I have to like think while I do it.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to do it. It's good. Okay, yay, that's exciting. I'm excited. All right, and then the last thing is chop wood, carry water.
Sorry, I'm just realizing that there's like a crew of people who didn't fill out the form to get their tanks because they're not in the message pod.
Really?
And yeah, so trying to see if I can last minute add people on, but we'll
That's because
see.
I did add everyone on that thing, and did people not know? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it too much, but I feel bad and I want to be able to get people a shirt if they want a shirt. But anyhow, chop wood, carry water. So Thursday night, we are basically going to do what we just did about this Shakeology group, a launch plan for the entire Dream Extreme downline. Andrea and I are leading it, and Jill is going to share a testimonial from being in the test group. So that's fun and exciting. We'll be sharing her results and Nikki's results, their physical results, which both of them were like, I don't really see a difference. I'm like, did you look at your arms? Wait till you see the difference in their arms. I mean, the two of them are lean to begin with. So from their befores, they're very lean women. But if you look at their arms, did you look at your arms, Jill? Look at the difference there. Because that is what I noticed right away. But just to hear your testimonial, Walla's already talked about it himself. Like, this isn't, we're kind of past the physical transformation with body, right? Like, that's not what this is about.
Right.
It is a lot about your mobility and your mindset and all of those changes that will happen. I know some people love to see the physical changes, so we will share some of those that will really dive deep. So we will be talking, what is the program? How many workouts are there? What's the workout calendar? What are, like, all of those details about the program, plus like how to launch so that we can start on July 10th. So we'll give you kind of a launch plan similar to what Lindsay just said, that whole marketing plan. Like, okay, let's do a post this day, a reel this day. Like, we're going to give you some of that info and an entire folder of resources, stories for Instagram, like all of the things. So the call is Thursday night at 7 o'clock Central Time, 7 Central. And trying to think of what else. It will be run, I think it'll be streamed right into the UCC group as well. But I will share the Zoom. I'll get that. And I'll share it directly with you guys as well, so that there's some people on the Zoom. Because I like having, UCC doesn't always do it that way. I like having all of you here and I could see your faces rather than like webinar style and just like streaming right into the group. You can do it both ways now. Before, you could only stream into a group webinar style. That's why we only did it that way. But you can stream into a group from a call like this now too. So I will share that link with you guys so you can jump on with us. But I've been putting together the presentation. Oh, and it's gonna be good. Does anyone have questions about that? I'm not going to go into all the details about chop wood, carry water, because that's what I'm going to do on Thursday. And if you don't get there live, there will be a recording that's just like, it'll be a video in the UCC group that you can go to. And I'll see if, I don't know if I'll get the actual like physical recording or not. I might be able to, but it's from like their Zoom account, not my Zoom account. So I don't know if I'll be able to get that. Any questions about anything we talked about tonight? No?
I think we're good to go.
Okay. We already got a picture, so I think we're set.
Love you.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a great
Bye.
night.
I'm gonna have these in the boards like right now, otherwise I won't do it.
Yeah, the messages.
Like, parents get here tomorrow at 11, so I'm like, now, so I'm doing it now.
All right.
All right,
Amazing.
thank you for asking that. That was a good question. That was a good idea. All right, bye guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.